happy Topic Tuesday to you. For Topic Tuesday today, we are going to talk about some of my favorite taupe pairings. This was requested by a couple of subscribers a while back, and if I remember correctly, it had been thumbs up a lot, and somebody else talked to me about it. So I thought I would go ahead and do that for you guys today. Now, here's the thing. I love a taupe. This is not new information. That one of the reasons why I love a taupe is that it pairs with everything. And it looks really, really nice with my eye color and a lot of other eye colors as well. But I think that's one of the reasons I like taupe. It's like how I used to only wear nude nail polish. It matches everything. So when you're somebody that's just a little bit OCD and you want things to go together well, I don't know. Taupe just works. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a few of the taupes that I'm talking about that could be paired with some of these eyeshadows. First off, the one that I'm wearing on my lid today is one of my favorites of all time. This is Wet n Wild Nutty. And it blows my mind that this shade can be so inexpensive and so delightful all at the same time. So that's one of the shades. And I really feel like, well, let's just keep going. Satin Taupe by MAC. I'm going to double swatch that one just to make sure it shows up dark enough. So Wet n Wild Nutty. I know what you're all thinking right now, so it's okay. Stone from Bobbi Brown. We'll go right here. I'm going to explain why I'm swatching some of these for you in a minute. Corinthian by Metier de Beaute. I mean, nothing like going from a $1 eyeshadow to a $30 eyeshadow. I'm going to put that down here. That's right there. Stunning. And then the last one is just a little bit darker taupe. It's almost a little more brown, but I'm showing it anyway. This is, because I want it. This is Burberry Midnight Brown. I'm going to put this up here so you can see how it, while it looks like, let me get the brush out of it. While it looks like a really brown in there, this is it right here. So it just kind of pulls like a little more darker taupe. So as you can see, I mean, taupe has kind of become a color that if you don't know what to call something that's kind of in this family, then it gets called a taupe. Some of them that tend to lean a little more purple, and then there are some of them that tend to lean a little more to the beige side of it. So frequently when I'm talking about taupes within like other videos, I'll say kind of a purple leaning taupe or a beige leaning taupe. So those are kind of some of the shades. So let's talk about first, before we get into the pairings, because I will generally use a taupe and then another color in the outside third. I realize this isn't new information for some of you, but I understood the question I understand the request for this video. Okay, spit it okay. So if you have a taupe that most of the taupes, in my opinion, don't lean really warm. They kind of lean neutrally. Neutrally brown, maybe a little cool, or kind of the purple. So my favorite transition shades, I wanted to talk about those quickly, are MAC Wedge and then MAC Quarry. Drugstore option for that is actually the Sony Kashuk, what is this called? Ion Neutral it's the matte one. So that has a color very similar here to Quarry. And then, you know, kind of, this is a little more warm than Wedges, but you can kind of get that idea. So that's a good drugstore option that has actually lots of transition shades and actually some shades that you could pair with it. But I just wanted to give that a mention. Okay, so let's move into colors then that I pair with taupe. So as I said, frequently taupe all over my lid. And then the easiest first obvious probably is a deep brown. So a couple of options for you for that. This is NYX Single in Hawaiian Coffee, which looks like this. And I should mention, most of these are mattes because generally when you find a good taupe, kind of the taupe that I like Wet n Wild Nutty, it has some sheen or shimmer to it. That's my favorite finish anyway. So I want to pair those with a matte. So I think all of them probably that I have to show you here are mattes. So that's Hawaiian Coffee. This one is handwritten on my middle finger there from MAC. Another option, a little more, leaning a little more warm, it'll add a little more dimension to your look, is the Bobbi Brown Single in Rich Brown, which looks like that. So that's Hawaiian Coffee. You can just kind of see the different shades there. Hawaiian Coffee, handwritten, Rich Brown. Brown. Another brown option is, and this one is a little more cool, I would say, and this is from Avon. It's the True Color Single, yes, in black brown. I have talked about this one for a while there. I was like nonstop about it. Looks like that. And then another one, I think this is still available. I'm not positive. I will try to find out. I used to use this clearly all the time. This is from Aveda, and it's called Earthen. It's just a really nice, easy to work with, not too dark kind of shade. It looks darker in the pan, I think. So there's the Avon Black Brown, and then that's Earthen. And then the last one that I want to pull here is just something, sometimes I like to pull a really warm brown with it, and this is MAC Folly. I really hope that this ends up being helpful and not a train wreck. I tell ya. So there you go, that's Folly, and that is also a really nice pairing. Okay, so let's move on to kind of burgundy purples. And again, the beauty of a taupe is that you can pair it with anything. So these are just some examples of what I pair it with. If you guys have another shade, you should definitely let me know below, like something that you have paired with it and you find it to be awesome. What I paired the Wet n Wild Nutty with today is from Camp Cosmetics, and it's in Captivate. This is a really pretty burgundy matte shade. One of my favorites, so nice and smooth. This is Sketch. Now Sketch, I think technically, it's a velvet something. I don't know, I have the magnet over it. But it appears like a matte to me. You have to work a little bit harder to get it blended, but I really like that paired with the taupe as well. And then on the little more purple side, and then we'll go back to a couple more burgundies, but I just thought I'd get the MAC set, or the ones. Anyway, this is a Shadowy Lady. Really like this shade paired with a taupe. I like the shade paired with purples too, but Shadowy Lady paired with Satin Taupe from MAC with a little quarry in the crease. Delightful. There you go. And now a couple higher end ones. I do not know if this one's still available. I believe I maybe got this one at a CCO. This is the Bobbi Brown, and it's a metallic, but I like to pair it with it. So it's one of the few I think I pulled that is not matte. But it's called After Hours, if I didn't say that. It's really, really pretty with a taupe. So there you go. And then the last one in that sort of burgundy family is Burberry's Mulberry. And this one is not a matte either, but I feel like it appears on the lid a little more matte-esque. It's going to look kind of metallic here, but Mulberry is a gorgeous shade for fall. And I think it started out as limited edition, and then I think they made it permanent. So that is Mulberry. All right, then the last shade that I pulled, I couldn't find a green that I knew for sure was still available, like a matte green. I have a couple of matte greens in my collection, but I couldn't find one, so moving on. This is MAC Contrast, and this is a beautiful shade with lots of different things. Sometimes I just like to look at this color. Do you guys have that? This one in Deep Truth, I find it to be stunning. So that is Contrast, and this one is, I think technically it's a Frost. Oh nope, it's a Velvet as well. But it blends very nicely. Let me wipe this off. And this, it just pairs, it pairs well with the taupe or it wouldn't be in the video. Good gravy. So that is MAC Contrast. Oh, it's such a pretty color by itself. Let's just throw a little Wet n Wild Nutty next to it, shall we? Right? Isn't that pretty? Answer me. All right, so that is the singles that I have, and I just want to give a quick mention, as I know that not a ton of these were drugstore. So I wanted to mention a couple of shades in some quads that are drugstore. So this is the Flower Quad in Foxy Browns, I think that's what it's called. Yes, Foxy Browns. And I've talked about this quad a bunch before, but this brown here, that's gorgeous paired with the taupe, and this taupe here for that matter. Hence they're in the same quad. But I just wanted to mention, like if you had, maybe you use this up or you just wanted something to pair with Wet n Wild Nutty or something, I don't know. At any rate, it's a really nice matte brown. And the other quad that I want to mention, and I still have the old version of it, this is another one I've talked to death, Designer Chocolates. So this cranberry is pretty paired with a taupe. This is a beautiful transition shade right here, the lid color, and then this matte brown is a really nice brown as well. So if again, this quad is lovely by itself, but you pair this with a taupe, delightful. The last thing that I want to mention is some kind of liner options, just to kind of get you to think about that. So you can certainly, and I know that I've Instagrammed a picture of this at some point, so I will try to put that in. I have worn just a taupe all over the lid with a transition color in the crease and then do like a brighter eyeliner. So one that I have done, and this is the picture that I'll insert, is this is the Camp Cosmetics Peacock palette. So it looks like this, but kind of for reference. I took these two shades here, combined them together on a wet liner brush, and did a really kind of pretty brighter teal eyeliner. And that's really nice to pair with a taupe or an eyeliner like this. This is the Tarte Azurite Green. Again, I don't think it's available anymore, but same kind of idea. You could use a nice deep navy blue. Same kind of shades as I talked about here, but in a winged liner. Also works really well with a taupe. Just another way to still have a neutral look, but kick it up a little bit. So I feel like my hair is stuck in my eyelash. All right, so I think that covers it. I really hope that this was helpful and interesting. For those of you that had requested this, I hope this was what you wanted. Yeah, so let's talk about what is on the rest of my face. I think I have told you everything as far as I have Wet n Wild Nutty on my lid. I have Camp Cosmetics Captivate, as I said, in the outer corner. I took actually NYX's Hawaiian Coffee beneath my lower lash line. For my blush today, I have Hourglass in Mood Exposure. And then, again, one of the nice things with the taupe is that you can pair it with a little bit of a brighter lip. And I don't know if you've seen this yet or not. I'm recording in advance because I have busy weeks coming up. But this is by Metier de Beaute. And it is in the color Madaket. Madaket. I'm not positive. Focus on this and not on me, please. And this is just a really pretty kind of, it's the first time I've worn it. A friend of mine picked it up for me. So just like a blood rose kind of, I have that in my head because I just ordered a lipstick called Blood Rose. But anyway, so that's what I have on my lips today. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!